everybody, it's Cody, Dixon RC here. So today we're going to unbox the new Element Enduro Utron Trail Truck Sport Edition. This is their newest Sport Edition package. It's ready to run with independent front suspension. This is their new IFS 2. It's just what they've taken from the first independent front suspension setup they had in the Night Runner and the Trail Runner and just made it better. There's more ground clearance, the steering's supposed to be better, things like that. So it's just a better all-around unit as far as the independent front suspension goes. So, you know, also comes with the Stealth XF transmission, so you get a lower front motor kind of deal. I think this one does not. This one does not have overdrive. You have to add that, so you have to add the gears to make it have overdrive. Still has 90mm shocks front and rear. It is the ones with the mini T style springs on it. This does have the SE axles, which has the bigger pinion bearing, which is good. That's what you want. Trying to go over a couple different things. That this is everything else on this is the same as the SE Enduro, except for the IFS. That is the biggest difference, of course, you know, as far as that goes. It is a 325mm wheelbase, which is 12.8, which is not bad. I think they're kind of, I don't know if they're all that way, but a lot of their stuff is the Sendero's that, and the Night Runner is that as well. I would assume they're going to come out with one of these with the Night Runner body in a more expensive model. This one is priced at $299, which is hard to beat price, really. The body looks way better once you take it out of the box, I promise. It is funky, but I like funky, so I've always been a fan of funky. The box really just shows the truck here. Then on this side, it just shows wheels and tires. Oh, the other thing, this thing does have 1.9 bead locks on it, which is good. But it has 4.19 pin seekers, which is the tire that comes on the Sendero SE, which has it's a 4.6 pin seeker. I'm a big fan of these tires. I like them. These are pretty cool. 4.19. I haven't decided if I'm going to take them off this or not. We'll go over more of the body stuff when we take it out. This does have specific bumpers for this body, front and rear. The side here talks about that the body moldings or the body features and the bumpers and the tires and stuff like that. This side just goes over the IFS, the Stealth X, and all that. Then over on this side talks about the factory team things that you can get the upgraded ring and pinion, the upgraded shocks, and then which if you get those upgraded shocks, you can still run these springs. You just swap the bottom cap over and you'll be good to go. You can get aluminum hexes. I'm a big fan of aluminum hexes. The fact they don't come with them is crazy to me. You can do a slipper lockout, which is basically a slipper eliminator. And you do steel pivot balls as well. That's part of the stuff that comes with the factory team things. So we're going to take this out of the box. I'm going to try and get some up close and personal shots for this. I keep getting people telling me that I'm not close enough with the camera. I'm trying, guys. It's hard with just a phone. So, you know, I do what I can. Hopefully this sounds better. I'm using a new wireless microphone. Hopefully it sounds okay. I don't know. We'll see. So hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, let's take this thing out the box. Hopefully this is close enough for you guys. Let's see if I can do this without making a dang mess. Probably won't be able to. First box that comes out is the white box with the remote in it. Just that. We'll go over that in a minute. So let's take this out this way. This is the bag full of stuff. Of course, you get stickers. Element does a very good job of including a ton of stickers. I think these are some side rails for like the body. Of course, you get some extra parts, shock parts, a bigger battery tray, the SUV style body post. They do a really good job with giving you all the extras. It looks like those two broke already. Those two were already cut. How about that? Ain't that weird? That's not good. Kind of scary. Alright, and here it is. The Element Utron. Pretty cool to see. It's got, I mean, it's not that bad ugly. I mean, mean, it is kind of weird. It's very style. It's very big here. It's kind of big as far as the width of it, but it's not any wider than any other truck, really, necessarily. They did a good job with the fender flares and the bottom part being black, and then the bumper. The back is kind of funky. It's kind of just plain right here. It's kind of weird. I don't really know why they did that, but there is a trailer hitch receiver. You do get a front bumper with a open fair lead as well. I'm going to take this top off. I'm sure this is going to be ridiculously sticky. The last couple have been so sticky. Yep, this one is too. Oh, how do y'all do this? Oh, I guess it does protect it, but man, that is a pain. Take the body clips off. We'll go over chassis first, then we'll go over the body. Chassis, so from here back is the same as a Sendero SE. Nothing new with that as far as that goes, because it still has the Stealth XF, still has the Reedy SC480X, still has the receiver box back here in the back. It still has shock mounts and then the same shocks, and then the battery tray is the same, and the receiver box is the same. So realistically, from here back's the same. I do also think these are the same exact fender flares or inner fenders that come on the Sendero SE. I don't know that for sure, but I think they are exactly the same. Then on the underside from here forward is different. This is the IFS setup. It's set up this way with this long swooping skid plate. Now the idea is that they change this up to give way more ground clearance from this point here to the ground, which this one is. If you see them side by side, you'll see in the picture right here that it is a big difference. It's quite different actually. And supposedly they fixed a lot of the bump steer problems. Still pretty good steering. I mean, it's not fantastic steering, but as far as angle goes, but that's, I mean, there's only so much you can do without it tearing up a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, you know, the steering crank and all the things like that, you know, you can only do so much. Now, I will say that the front of this, the top of this is way different than it used to be. This servo used to be, I think it was, I can't remember how, it's been a long time since I put one in there, but I think it was laid down under a plate. Now it looks like it's in this servo mount here and a spot to put a servo winch as well, which is good. And that also means that this front bumper mount here also has a fair lead hole in it, or a winch hole. You know, as we know, the Boom Racing mounting kit for, you know, winch mounting kit, the little tubing fits in this hole. So good to go there. That's really about it. I mean, the only other difference is the tires are smaller. It is a 4.19 instead of a 4.6. So not bad there. I like it. I mean, I really dig this thing. I actually dig the body way more than I thought I would. So, and speaking of the body, let's kind of go over the body. I'll move this out of the way here. So, normal pickup style truck, pretty deep bed, not super deep, but deep enough to put a couple of things in it to make it look like a, you know, pretty nice scale stuff, I guess you could put in there to you know, show off a couple things and whatnot. You kind of get like an extended cab. Of course, the windows are not painted. It is completely painted on the inside with stickers. So if you want to do that, you could technically take some nitro fuel and scrape, you know, scuff all the paint off of it. It will be cloudy though, so keep that in mind. Front looks like a normal FJ without it being an FJ. You know, they get away with that. The front inside, you do get a molded grille. I'm sorry, the grille is not molded. There is molded headlight pieces and turn signal pieces that you can actually put LED bulbs in. It's got a 5mm hole here, a 3mm hole here, so you could put white and then yellow here, or probably clear here as well, or white, and it'll shine orange because of that. Now, the crazy thing about it is they did that, but they did not do that on the back. The back does have a red molded taillight, but it's not a taillight that you can put a bulb in. I don't know the reason for that. I don't know why, but it almost looks like you could probably make something work, but I can't really tell how to make it happen. I'll dig into it a little deeper, but I don't think it's going to happen from what I've looked at. So, This one is going to be mine. It's not for sale. I do have one for sale though. But I had two. Sold one locally yesterday or the day before yesterday. But I like it. I dig it. I think I'm going to try and keep this body on it. Maybe do a little series of a couple of little things to this. We'll change electronics. We'll change wheels. We'll do some body mods to scale it out a little bit, and then try and figure out maybe put some sort of interior in it. Maybe I don't know something. Maybe Knight's Custom will. I think he's got an interior. Maybe I'll order one of those for you guys and do that. But one thing I do want to show you what I'm going to do is for sure on this thing is I'm going to add the SCX3 Gladiator rack kit on it with the along with the rooftop tent. So I tried this out the other day on the customers that bought his. It's almost perfect. It's level here. It kind of goes up a little bit. I'll probably paint this black. I don't really like it being gray because it doesn't really, well, it kind of matches the silver, but not really. Black will be better. The only downside to it is this setup to buy both of these kits are not cheap. And you have to cut the nubs off the front where it bolts into the body, which I don't know. I've already cut this one off it was for another project that I'm not going to use it for anymore. So there's a high chance the nubs that come out of this thing would work in here. It would just go into the body. I don't know, but I dig it. I think it looks cool. It kind of changes the style of this truck, makes it more of a overland truck instead of just a weird looking pickup truck that shouldn't be a pickup truck maybe. All right, so I don't really want to take this thing apart and ruin it, so until I see a better way. But it's got some cool stuff in it. So it's got Missile Command, or that's Karate Championships. I'm sorry, I thought it was Missile Command. It looks like just a portrait, karate portrait, TV, the Bulldogs. It's got a big old speaker stereo. It looks like there's an Ecto right there. Adams State College. Stephen King. Big speaker. Some shoes. It's like the carry-all symbol. That's cool. Carry-all got in there. That's neat. There's a bunch of books in here. Oh, pretty neat. Oh, there's a Game Boy. I like that. And it looks like Reese's Pieces, a Game Boy, a drawing of a bridge. Hey, that's a famous drawing, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I don't know nothing about that. Let's flip it over the other way. Let's see what this looks like over here. Looks like there's an old 80s BMX bike. I like that too. Another little boombox, a Pepsi can that doesn't say Pepsi. Like a Bucky Lasek. And then an old skateboard. That's an old school skateboard there. Probably Top Gun reference. Yeah, Ghostbusters reference. Run ERC instead of Run DMC. It's ERC for Element RC. That's cool. The cat clock. Some tapes. That's cool, man. This is neat. I like this. I'm glad they do this. This is cool. Some cool stuff there. Cool. I dig it. So it looks like it's got, there's a gatekeeper in here. Yep. You can kind of see it. Reese's Pieces. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, hey, there's a Ghostbusters reference too there. Gatekeeper. Transformers. Rubik's Cube. He-Man. Ninja Turtles. Like a Smurf. That's cool, man. I'm glad they do all this cool stuff. Neat. So this is my unboxing of the Element Enduro Utron Sport Edition, a new release from Element RC. I dig it. I love this thing. I love the weirdness, the quirkiness of it. It's such a cool looking truck. I love the nice, this, I think the IFS is going to be the way to go. This setup is the new IFS is definitely the ticket. So it should do very well. This is going to be my trail truck when I go somewhere. Just want to drive, and I don't want to take the Trail Warrior out and damage it or anything like that. I'm not going to worry about this kind of deal here. So that's it. These priced at $299. It's hard to beat. Realistically, if the plastic links in the back bother you, don't let it bother you. Just I think Hardcore will make you some rear links for super cheap. D-Links will make you some as well out of Delrin. Then at least they'll still be plastic and they will still hold up a little bit. These seem to be fine. My Sport Edition Senduro, it does everything I want it to do with the plastic links, so I don't see it being a problem. I do have metal links to put on it for the budget build, the competition side of stuff, but just haven't gotten around to do it. Sorry I haven't been around. I know I say that a whole bunch, but man, I am so busy. Work. I'm training a new guy to do parts, so I'm there all the time. I don't get to come home very much anymore. So my time here is very limited. So, it's working out though. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.